William Ragg.
Mr. Speaker, at the end of this debate, the House will vote in the most significant division since the 28th of October 1971, when Edward Heath secured a majority of 112 to approve the White Paper that contained within it the terms of our accession in principle to the then European Economic Community. That evening, Mr. Heath returned to Downing Street, and so moved was he that he sat at his piano as a means to compose himself. Mr. Speaker, I can only hope that my brief remarks this afternoon can perhaps be as well-tempered as the music which calmed the late Prime Minister. I say this, Mr. Speaker, because too often this debate and all those that have concerned themselves with our departure from the European Union have been unfortunately characterised by frayed tempers, characters and motivations have been impugned, and mistrust has been sown abundantly. This is a great shame, and I entirely agree that now is the time to heal such divisions. As the noble Lord Hennessy said, giving evidence to the Procedure Committee, the question of the European Union makes the political weather and drives otherwise calm people to distraction. I admit to at times having been driven to such distraction, and while it is easy to talk in general terms of reconciliation, I want to use this opportunity this afternoon to apologise to anybody, including members of this House, with whom I may have exchanged cross words, doubted their integrity, or else simply let the subject of the European Union impair my judgment. The tone of the debate is important, Mr. Speaker. While it is understandable that momentous decisions stir passions, often it is not only what we say, but how we say it that matters. Just like during the course of the referendum, it pains me to see my friends on these benches perhaps lose sight of the fact that whatever happens next Tuesday, we must come back together. Now, Mr. Speaker, a good number of my constituents have wondered why I have not declared my position on the Withdrawal Agreement and political declaration publicly. Indeed, a number of my colleagues expressed surprise that they haven't heard a word on the matter. Not quite. I know my limits, I'll say to the honourable gentleman. Given my consistent view on the virtue of leaving the European Union, may I take this opportunity to reassure, or perhaps disappoint them. My views have not changed in the slightest. However, this is, as I said at the outset of my speech, the most important matter that will be considered for more than a generation. It therefore warrants the utmost consideration, care and widest appreciation of the arguments. There is much that is practical and to be commended in the Withdrawal Agreement and Declaration, and I pay tribute to my right honourable friend for her tenacity. And yet, Mr. Speaker, this honourable intent is now against a backdrop of fear. I have determined that how I vote next week shall not be because of fear, and nor will it be based upon a misplaced optimism. Instead, it shall be rooted in consistency and fidelity to what my sense of the United Kingdom is. As such, the Northern Ireland Protocol contained within the Withdrawal Agreement is unacceptable, for arguments much rehearsed already. My right honourable friend has her own reservations about it. She must take from this the will of the House, the strength and the instruction to change it. Leaving the European Union is not a matter of left and right, Labour or Conservative. It is about a sovereign United Kingdom having the confidence to govern itself. It is as simple and, dare I say it, as noble and beautiful as that. Yeah.